So here's another episode of Mr. Big Mouth. Today I have a wonderful guest, Miss Heather Ruiz.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Heather is the proprietor of Hotspots NJ, and I'll leave it right there, and I'll let her explain exactly what that is.
Okay, well, what's Hotspots NJ? Hotspots NJ is a fun place to, well, not a place, but a page to find places to go in New Jersey, things to do, events. I host events and everything as far as date night spots, things to do, anniversary dinners, all that good stuff.
Speaking of anniversaries, this is your 6th year anniversary, right?
It
6 years she's been doing this,
Yes.
right? Since she was, what, 13? How old are you now?
I wish.
Butter up the guest. Always butter up the guest. All right? No, but this is your 6th year. So you're going into your 6th year. You're having a big anniversary event. We'll get to that. What I want to know is, and this is for, here at Big Mouth Studio, we have a lot of creators coming in here doing all sorts of things. What was your first Hotspots NJ spot, hit? When you went out and shot something. What inspired this, and what was the first place that you covered?
Ooh, okay. So, what inspired this page for me was I actually worked in hospitality for years before creating this platform. I was a teacher for 12 years. While I was teaching, I had, a second job. Teachers, we love you teachers, but we don't get paid enough. And we do not, they just don't. So I always had, a second gig. And I worked in hospitality, from bartending to serving to working in staffing agencies for weddings, for events. And I noticed when I worked those jobs, I was like, I felt alive. Mm-hmm. The passion. Mm-hmm. And
another feeling.
Yeah. So towards the end, the teaching wasn't in me anymore. The love for it anymore wasn't in it. So I created this page, and I know a lot of people in the industry. I knew a lot of places, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just create this page, and we're going to have fun with it. And then that's when, 2021, it started to get a little more serious. Owners were reaching out to me instead of just like, followers, you need to check this place out, and vice versa. So, and that's where we're here today.
Do you remember the first place you covered?
Oh, the first place I covered was Ventanas in Fort Lee.
Fort Lee.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't.
It's very classy. They have high ceilings. You feel like you're in Miami. Nice.
Oh, is that the place by the new complex?
Yes.
Okay, by the new Cineplex
Yes,
area. I know exactly the place you're talking about. Actually thought about having, for my social media agency, a holiday party there. Looked at it. Yeah, I know exactly. Very beautiful, actually, place.
It's very beautiful.
That's a way to kick it off.
Yeah,
right?
So I started there, and, back then there were no reels.
No.
So I started with picture posts, and I would dive in. And this is before AI, ChatGPT, all of that stuff. I would dive in as though I was a critic.
Yeah.
You have to feel that you're something before it happens, right? Fake it till you make it, right?
All the day.
So, I just would have these paragraph-long reviews.
Okay.
In the caption.
So when you're going out now, they're coming to you. They want you to cover their places. When you step out to do and cover a location, a restaurant, whatever your activity, what is the process that goes into that?
Okay, so it all depends. They reach out to me. Sometimes I might know them already, or management, or something of that. But what we'll do is we'll get on a call. If I haven't been there before, 9 times out of 10, I'll drop in.
Okay.
And if it's close by, and I'll check it out myself. And I'll check the reviews. If I know for certain it is not a hotspot, and it needs help, we will not be posting on hotspots.
Okay.
I will then have to help you to become a hotspot.
What does that entail?
Well, that entails meetings, that entails consulting, right? I also do that as well. Checking in, with your reviews, your staff, your menus, your events, your everything from plating to service.
So I see that you flipped it into kind of, I mean, it makes sense, right? You're going out, you're seeing all of these places, you have you can come into a place and say, all right, I've seen it all, I know what you need. You need this kind of atmosphere.
Yes.
Was that something that it grew into what you were doing here, or was that right from the beginning you were helping people kind of consult?
That grew in.
Really?
I always had it, and I was scared to
tell people what to do.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
And then next thing you know, it's just been happening now.
Yeah.
And I'm able to do that because also you have to remember what I post, that's a representation of me.
Yeah.
If I'm posting something that like everyone knows that, their reviews are just horrible.
Yeah.
Their service, their food, everything, that's a representation of me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to help you to get there.
Sure.
If we could work together, absolutely, let's do it,
Great.
Yes.
Now, you're coming into the fall season, so I know there's a lot of activities, especially here in northern New Jersey, right? You have all the farms and the pumpkin picking, and so when you go out to these different, when it's not a restaurant, right? Because that's a lot of people know you for your food, right?
Yes.
So they come in, that's how I found you, right? I saw you doing all the reviews for all the different kind of foods. How do you choose the non-food locations, like event spaces? What is the process there?
Yeah, same thing. They reach out. They're looking, to collab.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's times where, yes, I do reach out myself.
Sure.
Because
Certain places
I'm
you
like,
want to.
wow, look at this place or this thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the same process. We get on a phone call. We put together what day, what time. It has to make sense for our schedules. I'm not just going to show up.
Yeah.
Everything has to be curated.
I know.
The time I'm there, what I'm saying about your business, it's important.
I know.
I
It took
can't
a
just
while
be
to get you here.
Pulling things.
It did.
It
was a bunch
did.
of phone calls.
It did, yeah.
And I find that so funny because you're always on camera. You're
Yeah.
doing this for a living, and you were nervous to come sit in the studio.
I get nervous.
Why?
I do.
You did. You was like, I don't know. What are we going to talk about?
People find when they learn that about me, they're like, "What? You're always on camera, and you're always, doing these videos." And I'm nervous to a certain extent, and I'm a little bit shy, reserved. I don't like too much attention, and people are like, "What? What are you
That's
saying?"
not what it is. I know what it is. It's that you have, and rightfully so, you have an image to maintain.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
you're concerned about your image. That's a very professional
I
approach to
have
take that.
to be.
Yeah.
I have to be.
Now, is that something that started from the beginning, or did something happen along the way? You're like, you know what? I got to be a little bit more discerning of how I present myself. Did like a video go awry or something at one point?
Oh God,
Okay.
no! I hope there's not.
I mean, it's all recorded.
Hotspots after hours.
Yeah.
No. Oh goodness. No, it's just it's important to me how I carry myself. You know? I don't know, and I guess that goes along with all the years of me teaching, being a teacher.
Sure. Very everything
Yes.
and everything in containers and boxes that keep things going.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good way to approach this.
It is.
On day-to-day basis, what's it look like, your schedule? How often are you out covering different locations, events, and so forth?
Well, every week is different. There's times when my week is just nonstop. And maybe I'm going to hit 3 spots. On top of that, I'm, in meetings, consulting. I also have social media management under my belt that I do too. And what else? Running events. So I'm juggling everything right now. It's great, it keeps me busy and I love it.
I can tell.
I absolutely,
You're doing it for 6 years. You don't do this. You're your own boss.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that
Yes.
Isn't that the greatest feeling in the world?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a wonderful feeling. I hope
it
anybody
sure
can
is.
experience that. If you're watching this, if you ever get a chance to run your own thing, do it. Very much do it. So that's what you do. That's what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Let's go delve a little deeper now. Where are you from in New Jersey?
So I originally grew up in Ridgefield Park,
Sure.
Bergen County. I came to Ridgefield Park when I was 7 from New York City.
Okay.
My parents are from New York City and lived in Ridgefield Park, grew up there. I lived all over after that. And now I'm in Bergen County still. I don't really like to say
Where you are? What's wrong? You don't want to get the crazy knock on the door?
No, I don't.
Hey, you told me to go to this restaurant.
I'm going to be honest with you.
They forgot my order.
And I'm going to be honest with you. There's a gym by where I live, and a follower, a gentleman, DM'd me the other day and said, do you live next to this gym?
Oh, boy. Creepy.
I saw you come out of your car.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, and said the type of car I have.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I love the
And
great
listen-
green shoes you were wearing. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
New
And I'm
gym.
just like, and listen, it was harmless,
Yeah.
but you just never know.
Sure. You got to
Okay.
protect it. You got to protect yourself. You got to be safe out
That,
there.
and I've even, I go live from time to time, and I was live at an event one time, and a gentleman was on my live and just showed up, and he just gave me like,
Wait a minute. So he went from
Yeah.
the live to the actual location.
yeah,
Tracked you down.
and listen, I have to be prepared for things like that.
Sure.
And I was a bit taken back, and he was a little bit aggressive. So I have to be very wary.
So we need mace, brass knuckles.
I do.
There you go.
I do.
Good, very
Just to be
smart.
safe. But so I gotta be careful.
No. It's
Yeah.
a crazy world we
Yeah,
live in.
Yeah.
You know, they take it to another level.
Yes.
So what else besides covering events and restaurants and so forth? Is there any part of what you do that kind of ties into personally who you are? Is there some certain things you cover that have, there's certain things I do here at Big Mouth Studios, certain guests that I kind of cover that I have kind of biased because I like whatever, hip hop or, politics or whatever the case is, right? Is there something that you love covering because of where you come from, your background?
Yes. Cigars.
Cigar, that's right. You go to her page, she's smoking on cigars.
Yes.
You're Cuban.
I'm half Cuban. My
Okay.
father was Cuban and my mom is Dominican.
Oh,
So
Cigar
yes,
Central.
Cigar Central.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I grew up all around it. My grandmother on my Dominican side smoked a cigar every day until she lived to be 93.
Abuela.
Okay? Yes.
Loves
and the
it.
most ladylike woman.
Yeah.
Would church every Sunday. I'd be on the ground as a little girl, and she's doing my hair with a cigar in her mouth, and I'm
great.
like,
Yeah.
And then as I grew up, I was very much a daddy's girl, and I wanted to do everything my dad did.
Yeah.
And as I got older and of age, he taught me how to smoke.
It's
And
crazy.
I would smoke with him.
It's awesome.
And he had, about 6 humidors about this size that he had. He was a cigar collector, aficionado, all the magazines. Hundreds of lighters,
Yeah.
antique humidors. So that was our time.
So like you go to her page and you see, and there's a lot of cigar posts. I see
Yes.
that, and I wonder. And that's why I asked the question. I go, there's got to be a tie-in to who you are,
Yes.
because you can see there's an extra love for it, right? And you really appreciate.
Yeah.
And you are, you could tell, very much in the cigar culture, because there is a culture.
There is.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times let's say I'm talking to someone that isn't a smoker. Oh, cigars.
Yeah.
It's a family.
Yeah. It really is.
It's a culture.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming from somewhere different, but when you become part of, let's say, that cigar shop or that cigar lounge, and you continue to go there, you become family.
Yeah.
They all look out for you. And it's a beautiful thing. And you're relaxing, you're enjoying the smoke, you're trying different kinds of brands, and it just becomes family. I can't explain it.
No, it's just like any other subculture.
Yes.
I've noticed that. Being from Union City, all the Cubans,
Yes.
it is a thing, right? And the guys, and I love, there's some guys around here, sometimes they'll be out in the middle of the street, like on Bergline Avenue, rolling, stop, look. It truly is an art form,
It is.
right? And they
people
opening it
don't
up and
understand
doing
that.
it. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it's natural. It's natural
Yeah.
leaves, and it's an art.
Yeah.
Rolling that cigar. Each one is hand rolled.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
there's nothing else. Very few things in this world right now that are customized like that.
No, yeah.
That's built in front of you, and within
Yes.
minutes, you're consuming
You're able
it.
to smoke it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And enjoy it and relax.
Yeah.
With a cup of coffee, your favorite, maybe a liquor, wine, and just conversate and network. You don't know who you're gonna meet.
So then, next question is you like a cigar? So is it with a wine, a scotch, a whiskey? Oh wait, is it the whiskey? Sound like the whiskey there.
Oh, what else? What was the last one?
No, I think right. What was there? Something else you drink? Like, what's the good combo cigar? I know with me, it's always like a whiskey or a scotch.
Okay,
I like
okay,
that. On the
okay.
rocks, nice,
Yeah.
smooth. What do you like it with?
It's whatever I'm in the mood for that day.
There you go.
So every day is different. There's times when, hey, I'm not going to drink today. I'm going to have a nice little cafecito. Or I'm going to drink it with red wine or whiskey on the, neat
Yep.
or on the rocks. Or I'm a huge tequila girl.
Tequila
I know,
and cigars,
I
really?
know.
How do you do that?
Well, I just do it.
I know. I've never thought of those two combos, really.
Yeah.
And the flavor, they match.
Well,
It's good.
I'll do reposado or añejo.
Okay.
But there's a lot of great sipping tequilas out there.
Okay.
Dos Artes. I don't know if you've heard of Dos Artes.
I've heard of it, yes.
Oh, it's great. I mean,
Is it like a thicker consistency?
it's just so smooth.
Smooth.
And there's no bite.
That's it.
And it pairs really well.
Ah, wow,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So anything else, personally wise, besides the cigars, that you have an extra love for that when you're doing hot spots? Is there another subculture that you're into, or is it just really because I know the cigars are, you could tell the love on your page is like, hey, she likes cigars.
She likes cigars, right? That's a great question. I guess it's a mix of a little bit of different things. It's more mom and pop owned places.
I'm with you there.
That hits you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Those mom and pop family owned places. I would definitely like to tap into more kid places.
Okay.
I don't have any kids, but I was a teacher, and that's the teacher in me.
Sure.
I would love to tap into that.
The mom and pop, to go back around to that is something it's close to my heart too, right? I have my social media agency. I've exclusively worked with small businesses. There is an energy there, right?
Yeah.
And then dealing with those people and their families and the storyline that goes with it, right? And all of that, it really is something like you feel like you're being brought into something special, opposed to whereas, I've worked with bigger corporations. It's kind of cold. It's okay.
Right.
No hate for it.
Right.
But there's definitely a different level, and I like working with them. And it's funny you say you like consulting them, because they do need help sometimes. Sometimes a lot of these smaller businesses, they're always kind of caught in their bubble, paying the bills, grinding. They never take a step back and really look at things. Working with the smaller businesses, is there something within the smaller business community that you see that from, I guess like a marketing standpoint, or not a marketing standpoint, but from like something that you help them with specifically that's kind of a trend? Like when you're consulting, is there like a kind of a running trend with small business that really they kind of lack with, where you kind of step in and fill the void?
When it comes with mom and pop.
Yeah, like what is it, the one thing that they kind of all lack in, that you kind of step in and say, hey, did you know this is the way things are done now?
Well, you find, especially the mom and pop places, that their Instagram may not be so fancy as others, right?
I know, yeah.
But what I noticed that they should be tapping more into, let's say they have dessert on their menu. Let's tap into, if it's family owned, this is my aunt's recipe when
Yeah.
you're a server. And this has been in our family for this X amount of years. When you're serving, people are asking you, what's your favorite dessert?
Sure.
And it should be relatable. It should touch here. This is our family recipe, and I eat this dessert at least 3 times a week. Like touching.
So you're telling to lean into the fact that you're
Absolutely.
family owned.
Yes, yes.
Is it that you find that a lot of these businesses try to not do that, or is it a purposeful thing they're doing, and that you're like, hey, you have a great story, why don't you?
Yeah, even
push
on
it?
social media, you should be leaning into that.
Why is it? And just because I run social media agency, you're on social media all the
Yeah.
time. Why do you think? So listen up, small business owners, all right? Because these two people that work it.
Yeah.
Why do you think they lack so much on social media? What is the issue? Because I've been doing this for 15 years with small businesses, and still, to this date, it's almost like 2010 with some businesses where, like, why are you not? Why don't you have a social presence? What are you scared of? And I don't want to frame it as scared. Why are you avoiding it? And what do you think that is? Where do you think that comes from? Since you're dealing with so many businesses, because I'm interested to know.
It all depends. Sometimes some of these small mom and pop shops, it's like they're doing everything. They're doing too many things.
Sure.
Wearing too many hats, and they don't really see that it's important.
Yeah.
I see that now it's changing. They're realizing,
Sure.
With Instagram is changing. It's
Yeah.
changed a lot. That it is important. There should be a face, when you follow a page, there should be a face that's familiar, doing videos about the restaurant, that's Billy again.
Yep.
There goes Billy welcoming everyone in this Friday night. They're going to have live music. Or Billy's talking about, the dessert that's been passed down generation to generation, how they make it.
Yeah.
Now it's more like, we want to feel like we know this place. We want to feel like we know how it is once we arrive, how it's going to feel, it's
Yeah.
going to look, all of that. But I can't answer why.
Nah, I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing this for
Yeah.
years. I can't get it either. I always kind of tell them, it's like, this is your first impression. When I look at the
Absolutely.
older owners, I'm like, because that's how I try to relate it in a way that they're used to it. I'm like, remember that somebody comes to the door and you give that first impression? Old school.
Knock on the door.
That's what
it is.
That's what social media is.
That's what it is,
People
yeah.
want to know that you're credible, that you're
Yes.
normal, that all the things that people look for when they want to
Yeah.
do business with you.
Yeah.
Right? And that kind of helps sometimes, but then still they're like, yeah, but I'm not good in front of the camera, and all of that. So it's good. We gotta get them past that point of it. But I really wish other small business would really embrace it more, the real
Yes.
power of it.
Yeah.
But that's where you step in, right?
Yes.
And you kind of.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Have you seen any of the businesses that you work with, or locations that you work with, that before you jumped in with them, it was abysmal, and then post doing their review or covering their place, all of a sudden they stepped it up? Have you been an inspiration for some of these people?
I would like to think that I have been.
Yeah. Is there a particular instance that really a particular, and you don't have to, if you don't want to, put the place out on blast, but is there a particular type of place that was like, wow, they really were bad at this. I stepped in and now look at them. They're like, did you really turn it around? Like, is a restaurant or an event space or something? Yeah.
Well, there's two places that come to mind. One is when I did a review.
Okay.
And I'm going to shout them out because it's all love. Pollo Dorado in Kearney, New Jersey.
Okay.
Okay, it's a Dominican restaurant. They've got the hot steamed food in the front, plus a separate menu. And they had never done a review before. There's no face to the name on the social media. Did the review, and the Kearney doesn't have anything like that. So this video went crazy.
Yeah.
And they weren't prepared. And that weekend, they sold out of so many different popular dishes that were in the video.
Because nobody knew they were there. Yeah, that's great.
And it was just like, and the owner is like, what did you do? My workers are just like, they want to leave early. Like they had to close early and everything. And I'm like, I don't know, but you need to go get more chicharrón because like these people are commenting, they
sure.
sold out of chicharrón and all of this. But, that was great. And so we always keep in touch, the owner and I, and he always tells me, come in whenever you want,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So it feels like family there.
Yeah.
And then you ask me another place, like something that has revamped or changed.
Yeah.
Another place is definitely a place called Lagar. It's a Portuguese restaurant in Union, New Jersey.
Okay.
It's been there for about 13 years. They never had or served brunch on Sundays. Always open on Sundays, never had it. And now, because of me, they have brunch. They have a DJ. It's lively. It's fun. They have a brunch menu. It was something I pushed.
Yeah.
Because they have such a beautiful patio, such a beautiful space.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how? People are looking for brunch.
Yeah.
That's the number one question I get asked in my messages.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Brunch
spots.
Really interesting.
And now it's a hit there. It's an absolute hit.
So, and all right. So I see and that's a good question. It takes me to my next thing. Your following, right? How localized is it? When you post up in certain cities, do you see like people from those cities hit that post? Like, I didn't know. Like, you know what I'm trying to say is, like, how localized is the hit, or is it kind of people are commenting are from all over the place? Or I guess the question I'm asking is, how powerful are you on a hyper local level?
I would like to think that I am powerful. I've had many times where people comment on the actual video, like, "What? I live in this town.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
what I'm
even
talking
know
about.
this
Yeah.
existed." You know, so it happens.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. So, yeah, I have a lot of Jersey, like you say, hyper local followers. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Bouncing around. So what do you do for fun when you're not in front of the camera?
man.
What is your, I see you taking trips to the gym. Obviously, you told me, obviously, that almost got a little dangerous. But outside of that, like, I always say, I do social media all day. I'm in front of the camera all day.
Yeah.
And like I always say, like, plumbers don't want to plumb when they come home. do you like, are you sitting home and, having your meal and you're like, wow, should I do a review for my own stuff at my house? like what do you do for fun? Like, that's my question. Yeah. Like, what do you do?
What do I do for fun?
I guess it's a hard question because you love what you do, so it's
do.
always fun.
It is, yeah.
Is it just more like you just want to veg?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of times I just
quiet.
want like quiet. I want to like sit down at home, catch up on a show on Netflix. I don't even have time for TV, but do something like that. Have some, one-on-one with some of my friends. I'm into the gym. I go to boxing as well when I'm able to. Staying active.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's are you the go-to one for your immediate, like your tight-knit family and friends? Are they constantly blowing up your phone with, I want to do something this weekend? Like, yeah, you're the go-to.
And that's also why I started too, because I was always the type to be out and about exploring somewhere new. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I would always post a place, post it on my social media, and friends would be like, "Where is this? Where are you?"
Yeah.
And I need you to tell me, where should I celebrate my birthday? And it was just like, people value my opinion.
Yeah, the light bulb goes off.
Yes. And then now there's times where I'm like, no,
yeah.
I'm not choosing. I want to relax. You choose. But majority of the time I end up choosing.
No, you should share the link to your page.
Yes.
Go look on my page. Go find something.
Go find something.
Go find something,
Yeah.
right? You don't need to hear it directly from me. They're all approved by me.
Yeah.
Let's go down this road a little bit. Business is not all unicorns and rainbows.
No.
Right? So, and again, don't have to say anybody specific. Any stories of, places you've gone to shoot that have gone absolutely sideways?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Give me an example. What happened?
You have enough time?
Yeah.
Okay.
World is yours. Lights stay on for at least another hour, I think.
Oh, brother. Well, there was maybe a year ago or so. He reached out, an owner of a restaurant. I'm not going to mention the name.
No love for this one.
And so I said, and he wanted to have a meeting.
Okay.
So I said, oh, sure, I'll meet at your location. And he wanted me to do a review, but he wanted to meet with me first. He was in the middle of renovating some stuff. So I go in, and he seemed like he was going through a lot with his personal life. And just like, he's got personal life and then his family, and then he's running the business. And then he was talking about his kids, and the mother to his kids at one point got brought up, and I'm just like, okay, you're dealing with a lot, Why don't we come back to this meeting when you
got a clearer mind.
Clear mind.
Yes.
And the end of the conversation was, so can I take you out on a date?
Oh, Jesus. That was it. It was all a setup from the beginning.
I'm like, this is a waste of my time.
Yeah.
No, we don't do this. And you just brought up the mother of your daughter that you're still in a relationship with, and then you're trying to take me out. So I was just like, absolutely not. And I never answered him again because it's just so unprofessional.
It is unprofessional, yeah.
And
so, like, creepy and weird situations aside, anything like technically, or otherwise than that maybe just sticks out to you that like kind of like, wow, came in here, walked out, it was like a whirlwind where, because I know like I have tons of those war stories running my business, no one hitting on anybody, but like you walk in and you feel like you're in the middle of something you're like, all right, I'm not supposed to be here now.
It's happened many times.
Yeah.
And I try not to stay too long because then that gets absorbed as well.
Sure.
And if you don't respect my time or you want my opinion, but you're not doing anything about it, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
So sometimes that has happened, absolutely.
Yeah.
And especially being a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially working with, and men and,
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
I hear you. It's tough out there.
It is, yeah.
And it's not, I mean, I can understand for women, but it's just, it's something with certain owners, and it's just like personal life stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you end up getting sucked into that vortex. And you're like, what am I doing here? No, well, back up, walk away. Yeah. I've walked into a lot of meetings like that where it's, getting off the phone with the baby mama and then getting off the head and now I'm here to... And you can tell they're not there. No. Like their eyes are like, they're empty and you're like, who am I talking to right now?
And you're absorbing all of it.
All of it, yeah. You're all taking it in like, wait a minute, I was selling this and now I feel like I'm like a divorcee child.
Yeah.
In the middle of an argument.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
I'm teaching again.
Yeah, exactly. It's so awkward.
Yes, yes.
So tell me, what else? What else? Freestyle. What does Heather got to say?
I mean,
you like this whole podcast thing?
I love this.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this.
Why haven't you done it yet?
That's a great question. Because of me. I've been holding myself back. I would love to one day have a show, hosting.
You had mentioned to me that a lot of your audience, your following, were kind of asking, what does Heather do when Heather's not doing hotspots and it's a good question. And that's, like I said, that's kind of what podcasts are about. They kind of delve deeper.
Right.
But I guess, and smartly, you don't want to let people too much in because then they end up showing up to the gym and to your live streams and so on and so forth. But, are you comfortable kind of speaking about yourself outside of what you do?
Yes, and I think I need to do more of it because it's relatable.
That's it.
And even when I tapped the small little piece of mental health not too long ago, there was so many people, was floored with DMs.
Yep.
Okay, of things that they went through that was relatable to what I went through. Speaking about my father, that he passed in 2020. And more people were like, we want to hear more of this. Or, I didn't know that about you. And I related to this, so. It's
crazy. The relationship between someone like yourself and your audience, it's the evolution, right? So it's just like meeting one person. Like you get the surface stuff out of the way. I'm a teacher. I do this. I do that. I do that. Second, third, fourth time. Now you know each other. Now you start delving, who are you? Deeper. And that means, and I could tell by the engagement on your social media that they are engaged. You have a true audience.
Yeah. And I love my followers.
It's great.
I love them. Yeah.
And I can tell by the engagement that, like I said, I always say this here, and you have way more than this, but when you're on social media, right, you'd rather have 100, 200, no matter if you're starting out or not, you'd rather have 100, 200 dedicated, loyal, engaged followers than 10,000 that are just, you look at some of the people that do what you do, right? And they're like, oh, I've got 150,000 followers. But when you put up a post, there's 1 like and 2 comments. So that's got to be fake, right?
Sometimes people are buying fake followers.
I can't, I spoke with a couple other business owners. Yeah, no, who said it? Where are you? Yeah. No, this still goes on. Goes on. I got into the social media game in 2009, right? And like a year into it, when businesses started to kind of come around to it, like, they're like, well, do we buy followers? And it never sounded right from the beginning. I'm like, why would you do that?
Right.
And it's like opening up a store and saying, hey, I know none of you ever want to shop in here, but if I pay you $10 each to stand inside my store, what good does that do for you? Nothing. No. And you try to explain that to people. I get the reasoning behind it because it's that look, but Like, oh, look, 100,000 followers. But people are savvy now because they're going to look at their posts and they're like, yeah. And they don't have to be a social media person to understand that. Like, oh, wait, you got 1 million followers, but you put up a post and only 200 people watch it? How's that work? You know what I'm saying?
It's sad. It's I want to look at me, look what, how many people are following me,
Yeah.
look at my likes. And they're doing it for the wrong reasons,
Yeah.
It's sad, especially if you're trying to help these businesses.
Yeah.
It's baloney. It's like, what are we doing here?
So that's a good point.
Yeah.
So in your world, I'm sure there's a competitor. And then everybody's doing their own thing, but I'm sure there's a couple of accounts that kind of, I don't want you to put them on blast, that might irk you. And what do they irk? What irks you the most about like what they're doing? You see it and you're like, I guess what I'm trying to say is there certain things that other people that do what you do and you see them do something, you're like, you're going to ruin it for us if, you do this, for our little category of, what do you consider yourself? An influencer, a reviewer? What is it? I want to like define what you do.
Yeah. I guess you could say influencer, content creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are there other accounts that kind of you're like, you keep an eye on and what do you matter? You don't give a crap.
No, I'm so busy that I can't be bothered with what Sue and Larry are doing because I have to worry about myself, my followers, staying on track, focused, bringing you value.
So then on the flip side of it, not the negative, but the positive side, what accounts, bigger or smaller, inspire you?
Absolutely. I love those Hoboken girl, Montclair girl.
I had the JC guy here, actually.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're great to follow.
Yeah.
And it's their pages are very informative as well, and what's going on in the city.
Yeah, Hoboken girl's been around for a while.
I love that.
Yeah, they keep it going. And I love how it's like city influencer. You do like statewide, right? Or
yeah, I'm trying to keep pushing through.
Have you delved into like I see you in northern New Jersey?
Yeah.
How far south have you gone?
Yeah, I've done Sussex. I've done like the Phillipsburg area. I'm trying to get more into south.
That's what I'm saying. Have you gone? How far south have you gone?
It actually exists.
I know. It is Monmouth County. It's a real place.
I've done Monmouth.
Yeah.
Jesus, how many times?
We'll get a bunch of comments. It's Monmouth. It's my whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, another thing though, you did ask me, and you know what? We got to be honest. You asked me what I don't like.
Yeah.
Right. And I will never mention any names because that's just not. I'm not going to do that.
It's unprofessional.
But I've seen now that there are content creators or people that want to become content creators that are actually doing reviews of not to go to a particular place and how their experience was bad. And that, right. But, right. And to me, I'm like, ooh, like that from working in hospitality.
Yeah.
That's sad. Who are you
to
do a bad review? And not only that, you should have tagged them. If you have the balls to do a bad review, tag them.
Yeah, that's kind of dirty, actually.
It's dirty.
It is dirty. Why would you do that?
And it's a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, you're going to ruin them.
And it's like,
where do you think that comes from?
The tables will turn if they did that to you.
Those are, I don't know where they're coming from. Just my understanding, knowing the industry.
Yeah.
They're going for clicks. They're going for the easy hit,
And all the trolls are going to love it.
Yeah.
And absolutely. But it's sad.
Haters going to hate. It's always going to be that way.
Oh, yeah.
It's never going to change.
Yeah.
But you're not a hater. You're a lover.
No, I am a lover. I'm
here
to help you.
There you go.
I'm here to help you become a hotspot if you're not already.
So let's talk about your 6-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Whoop.
When is it? What's it about?
Yeah. So Saturday, September 27th, I will be hosting an anniversary party at La Kantina, Kantina with a K. They wanted to be different. In Elizabeth, New Jersey. It's going to be held from 10 p.m. till 3 a.m. The link is in my bio to purchase your free ticket and RSVP. And it's just going to be a night of just like unwinding, having a great time, party, DJ, photo booths, cigars, live entertainment, drink specials, and it's a great venue. It's going to be in the enclosed patio. It's like half enclosed.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Big bar outside. And it's great for networking. I have a lot of business owners coming. I'm going to meet a lot of my followers, friends. It's going to be a great time.
You're going to have security there to make sure nobody.
Well, they have security already.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, well, my wife and I will be going and attending it. And
I'm excited.
I'll keep an eye open. I know the nuts. I can point them out. I'm from Jersey. I know the crazy ones.
Oh, God.
How can people find you, Heather?
Yeah, how can people find me? They can find me on Instagram at HotspotsNJ for New Jersey. And I'm on TikTok.
TikTok?
Same at HotspotsNJ.
Any others? Oh, you have a YouTube channel? No, not yet.
I need to have one.
How are you 6 years and you don't have a YouTube channel? How is that possible?
Jesus Christ.
I know. They're called shorts. Yeah. You got to jump on it.
I know.
And you blow it up there too.
Yeah, you're right.
And from a business standpoint, I read yesterday that YouTube paid out creators $100 billion last year.
Oh.
$100 billion with a B, right? So, just there's that also. So you might want to get on there.
Yeah.
You have a big enough following that I think it would generate enough income. But who am I to tell you? You're doing a great job on your own. Heather,
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming. It's been
This was great.
Yeah, took a little while, but you came.
Yes.
Amen. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.